Alright, hi guys, welcome back to this channel. Today we are going to do another little challenge. It's basically going to be if I could only keep 10 palettes, what would they be? You guys are going to see all of my palettes and we shall see at the end what the result is. If I remember, I'll try and put some timestamps in so you'll have the ability to skip the intro, just see the thought process, or skip right towards the end and see the final result of the at least 10 eyeshadow palettes that I'll probably end up keeping. But yeah, we shall see how this goes. It's going to be interesting. I feel like it's going to be really eye-opening to see how many palettes are pretty similar in my collection. But without further ado, alright, so here is the first round. We've got my first 4 palettes, 8 palettes even, I can't count. So let me just show you guys these. The first out of these that I'm instantly going to take out of the equation this trio, because we have this trio, we have these shades in like every palette, so I don't think this is necessary. I'm also going to get rid of these 2 Colour Institute ones as well. They are so old and I have these shades in other palettes which I prefer, so they're also going in the no pile. Then we've got these palettes. So we've got the Urban Decay one, which looks like this. Palette by Revolution London, which looks like this. Then we have got my Sleek palette, and we have got my Next palette, which looks like this. Again, I think I am going to get rid of this one because I never really reached this one. Like I would never reach into this one. I would only reach into this one for the white shade because it is actually quite pigmented. Yeah, I love this palette, but I would only go into it for the white shade. It's still very creamy, still works well, but overall these aren't the shadows I would ever reach for, so I would probably bin this one if I was going to. I think I would probably next bin off the Next palette, the Sleek palette by the Au Naturel Sleek palette, because I feel like you can use similar shades in this one and in this one for this palette. And then we have got these 2 palettes. I love these 2. I like this one for the rose, like the purple pink shades. I feel like it's got a good story in the fact that it can be nighttime and daytime shades. There's a green, there's a blue, there's some golds. These are like my type of colours. I also like the Naked palette for the similar reasons. I really like the pink shades. I also like the grey shades here, and the consistency of this still really works well, and it's been years. I do feel like these look very similar, but I'm going to say yes to both of these because I like this. This could change later on, obviously. So here we have got even more. So firstly, look at how similar these are again. So let's talk this one first. This is my Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. Again, it's got those pink and purple shades that I love. It hasn't got any super dark shades, which I also enjoy, because I don't often wear black shades. So this is a good contender of what would stay in my palette. Got a highlighter shade, a good settings shade. Again, this can also be very versatile in that it can be used every single day for different purposes. So this is going to be in the yes pile. This is also going to be in the yes pile. This is my MUA Makeup Academy in the palette Poptastic, and I don't know why I'm opening it because you can see it through the glass anyway, plastic even. I'm going to keep this because it's so colourful. I don't have very many colourful palettes. yeah, I think it still really works well. It's got a good selection of colours. I mean, I do think that these two shades and these two shades are quite similar, so I'm not too sure the point of them, but yeah, so I'm going to keep this for now. I might change it later. As we said, we're trying to whistle it down to 10, so if I have more than 10 in my yes pile, we're going to whistle it down even further. Then we've got this world famous Neutrals Benefit palette. It's got 2 cream shades in it, and then it's got these 4 shades. I don't think I'll keep this because I have like these similar shades in bigger palettes. I do love it though, not gonna lie. I like that it has these as well, but I don't really move towards them that regularly. So this is actually the matte version of the other like Revolution palette that I just said yes to. I'm going to say that this will go into the no pile because I have it in the other version, and I lean towards that palette more than this one. I do like it. I like the mattes in this one, but I prefer the other one. So that one's going into the no pile. Then we've got the trio here. I mean, again, I feel like there's some like similar shades, like even in these palettes, some similar shades that are in this palette to like these two palettes. So I'm gonna say no to this one, and the Fleur de Force one as well. I'm gonna say no to it as well because it's quad, and I prefer having bigger palettes anyway. Then we've got these two. I feel like these are quite similar. Not gonna lie, we've got more of these ones with the pink shades, and I feel like they already exist in the Flawless palettes and the Urban Decay palettes. So I'm going to say no to this one because of that purpose. And then this one, I like it because it's got this blue shade in it, which I don't think I have anywhere else. So I'm going to say yes to this palette for now because of that. I also really like the golds in this one, and this is really good pigment as well. So saying yes to this one for now. Next set. Okay, I'm instantly saying no to these 3 trios because really don't like the bait format in this one, and it would annoy me keeping this one. I don't feel like the pigment pays off as well. It's really sheer, so no to that one. Then we've got this one. I feel like these shades are already counted for, so nope. This one as well, I also feel like I've got shades that can count for, that I can use instead of these ones as well. Do really like the consistency of these ones though, not gonna lie. They are very well done. Then we've got the Urban Decay Heat. I actually love this palette because of all the warm tones in it. So, oh hi, you can see me on my camera. So I am going to say yes to this one because I love all the shades in this. These are like my go-to shades, all of it, all in one. So yep, keeping that one. That's going in the yes pile. Per Soiree Diaries, which again has all these shades in it. I like that it's got the mattes as well as these little like shimmery shades down here too. Really nice consistency. I'm gonna say yes for now, and then we can change my mind later on. We've got the Lorac Beginners Collection palette. So this is the one that's got 120 palettes in it, shades in it, which look like this. I'm going to say, oh, you can't see it fully, sorry. There we go. I really like it because this is all like the neutral shades, and then this one has got like colourful shades in it, like the greens and the blues. However, do I want to keep it? I'm gonna say yes for now. I might change my mind later. Then we've got the Tartelette and Bloom palette. Again, all of these neutral shades. These are all very similar to what I've already got in here, but I do love this palette. It's got these two shades which are too dark for me. I don't really go for them very much. That instantly is like, it annoys me that I have a palette that I can't really fully pan because I won't ever really use those two. But I do like the colours in this for sure. I'm going to say no to this one because I feel like I've already got these colours. And then we've got the Norvina palette. Oh, I love this palette. It's got the shimmers, it's got the mattes. I really love the pink shade here and the purple shade here. So this is going to be an instant yes. I feel like that's stupid that anyone would think differently. So yeah, yes to that one. Norvina, Modern Renaissance even. I'm going to say yes to this one for now. I'll probably change my mind later on because I think the only shades that I think are unique in this one are the two pink shades. The rest of them I feel like could be from a different palette. Then we've got this NYX Ultimate Shadow Palette. I really like this one because of the different shades in it, so this is going to be an instant yes. I love the yellow, the pinks, the purples, the greens, what's that? Orange, not pink. There we go. Yes to that one. So this is a unique quad. This is going to be an instant no. I feel like I've got these shades elsewhere. So, no. Then we're going to go for Gingerbread. This is what I was thinking about. This is why I was saying no to the Modern Renaissance one. It's because of the shades that are in the Gingerbread palette. So I'm going to say no to Modern Renaissance. And yes to Gingerbread. I think there's a nice selection of shades in here. I like the pinks and the oranges. Yes, I feel like I'm adding more yeses to the nose at the moment. This is bad. So now we've got two mini controversy palettes. The reason being is because they re-released this with the green shade in the middle. So I would obviously get rid of this one because it's not necessary. So this one is a keeper. Yes. Then we've got my Naked Urban Decay Wild West palette. This is still relatively new. I've never even used this, but I love the greens in here, so I would say yes to this one. Yes, yes, yes. We've got the Sunset Horizons palette. Yes, that is beautiful. I'm going to say yes for now. I will confer later on. We've got this Jeffree Star Cremated palette. This is an instant no. I don't like this palette at all. Then we've got my NARS Skin Deep palette. This is the one that I'm working on currently. I'm going to say no to this one because I feel like I've got these colours covered elsewhere. Let me do controversy first. Conspiracy theory even. See, I love this. I like the different shades. However, I feel like I only really reach for the top shade because I feel like the other shades are like too garish for me. So I'm gonna give this one a swift no. And then we've got Take Me Back to Brazil. This is very recently brand new. I've only used this a couple of times. I love this palette. This is going to be a yes. So now let me bring everything back on here now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, I think. 13, 14, 15. Alright, we need to whittle this down even more because that's 15, not 10. We need to go underneath 10 to make this work out. So let me put them back down below. Let's do the colourful ones first. So we have got Take Me Back to Brazil, We've got the Sunset Horizons palette, the NYX palette, and we have got MUA palette. Alright, I think that's all the colourful ones. This one too, maybe? See, it's weird because like they all have different shades in it, so it's kind of hard to just pick and choose. So I'm actually going to say no to the mini palette because I would never really wear the blues or the green. And that's the reason why I bought it. It was for the green. But again, I tend to keep more neutral shades. So no to that one. Alright, now we've got this. I'm going to say no to the MUA one here because the pigment and just how it is, it's so old now that the consistency just isn't there for me anymore. So this is going to be no. I feel like there's shades in like the Take Me Back to Brazil and the Sunset Horizon one which would work fine. Then I'm going to also say no to the NYX one because I feel like, well, these two are bigger palettes. I feel like the shades in the NYX one are a little bit random, whereas I feel like they work well in these two. We're going to keep the Take Me Back to Brazil and Sunset Horizons. Let's do all the neutral shades next. Okay, I can only fit these 5 on here right now. So I feel like these are all very, very similar in look. So immediately my eyes are drawn towards this one here. I feel like it's had like the most uses in it. However, I do like the golds and like the little pink shades in this one, but I feel like they can be used in the other palettes. So this one is no. Again, this is all theoretical. Just a reminder, I'm not actually getting rid of these palettes. Alright, so we're now down to 4 of these ones now. Okay, so I feel like as much as I love my Naked 2 palette, I feel like you can probably sense that these 3 are more warmer than this one is. I do love this one, but I feel like I'm going to have to say no because I do prefer the other ones. So it's a no. I've also got this one as well, the Lorac palette, if I remind you correctly. It's got all of these shadows and more. Now, could I cheat and just get rid of one of the palettes, or do I have to keep both of the palettes in here? If I could cheat, I would keep just the bottom one, which is this palette, because it has those green shades in it. And although it's a great palette because it's got like 120 shades, they're all very similar and it can be very hard to choose what to wear. So the difficulty here is that I can see the shades that would work, like that purple and these like down here. Then we've got like the shades up here that could be used. I'm not actually going to instantly say no to this palette because it's got these blues and blacks in it, which I don't really get drawn towards, aren't my favourite, and it's a little bit patchy as well for those darker shades. The lighter shades are great, but I feel like as you get further along down to like these 6 or 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like those 6 in the corner, I feel like it's a little bit more patchier. So I'm gonna say no. Okay, then we've got these 2. I'm going to keep these 2 because I feel like they've got some different varieties in both of them. I think we've got these 2 here. I'd say yes to keeping that one, yes to keeping that one, yes to keeping this one, and this one, and these 2. Let's go back to the full view of me and we will finish off this video. Alright, so we have ended up with 8 palettes. This is, of course, as I've mentioned, theoretical. This is not actually going to happen. I'm not going to get rid of all the other palettes. This is just theoretical. Okay, so I would keep gingerbread purely because of like the bright pink shades, and also like the golden shades here, and also these shades here. I feel like it's got a little bit of everything in here that I like in a palette, so that's why I would keep this. I would also keep Too Faced, the chocolate bar, because it's one of the more neutral palettes in the selection I've chosen. It's got the browns, the tans, but it's also got a little bit of purple and a weird green shade up here at the top as well, and a couple of like highlighter and like setting shades, which I think is really good. So that's why I would keep this one. Urban Decay Heat would be another one, but again, because it's more on the neutral shade side, but it's the warm tones, and these are like my favourites. These work really, really well with my skin tone, and I'm obsessed every time I wear these. So this is why I would keep this one. Urban Decay Wild West as well. I would keep this one purely, again, because of the colour story. It's got some darker shades, and I love like the greens, or the aqua shade, should I say. It's also got some shimmers and golds and silvers, and the tan shades, and I think this is like a really good like palette. Soiree Diaries I picked because it's got the 8 mattes and then the 4 like shimmery shades, again for the neutral colours. I love. Also, I like how I mentioned that I'm like obsessed with the neutral shades, but I've got like blue eyeshadow on today, which is very of me. Then we've got the Norvina Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. Kept this one because it's got that pop of colour in it. Pink, purple, like the tan colours again, and it's not that dark. Like this shade does look quite dark, but when you put it on your eyes it actually doesn't turn out that dark because it's not that pigmented, or you can actually like smoothen it out to not be as dark as you want it to be. It's really blendable, that's the right word I was thinking of. And then we've got my Take Me Back to Brazil palette. I chose this because it's got all the colours in it. I really enjoy this one. And then my Sunset Horizons, the final one. Again, this one is because it's got all the colours in it, and I feel like I needed at least one palette that's got at least a black in it. I really, really like the pigment in these. It's got some mattes as well as some shimmers, and yeah, I really, really enjoy this palette, so that's why I'll keep it. So there we go. There is my result. If I had to get rid of my eye palettes, these are the ones that I would keep. I said 10, but I've ended up with 8. So I feel like there's a good mix of shadows there that would actually keep me quite happy. And I feel like there's a lot of palettes in my collection that have a lot of repeat shades in it. I hope you guys enjoyed this little in-depth sort of insight into my palettes. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and as always I shall see you guys next time. Bye.